The detectives here in Jacksonville still are not sure why one of the video game players pulled a gun and began shooting. And this morning they're trying to determine where he even got the gun.
A horrific mass shooting unfolding in real time at a video game tournament in Jacksonville, Florida. The chilling sounds of gunfire captured during the live stream of the popular football game called Madden NFL 19.
Oh, what are you shooting with? Oh.
The game abruptly stopping following a barrage of shots. Overnight, authorities identifying the gunman as 24-year-old David Katz from Baltimore, Maryland. Katz opened fire, killing 2 people, injuring 11 others before turning the gun on himself, taking his own life at the scene. Police confirming the 2 victims killed is Taylor Robertson and 22-year-old Elijah Clayton, a former high school football player from Woodland Hills, California. The shooting at a restaurant hosting the online tournament known as the Madden Championship Series streamed live on the gaming platform Twitch.
There is a video, and we do have a copy of that footage.
In this video, unconfirmed by law enforcement, players and announcers can be heard chatting when the first shots rang out.
Got a lot of good games going on.
It's a lot. It's going to be hard to get them on stream.
It's not a lot. It's not a tough out today. Excuse me, not an easy out.
In all, 12 shots are recorded before the video ends. Officers responding within 2 minutes of the 911 call. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office tweeting, "Stay far away from the area. The area is not safe at this time. Stay away."
I seen somebody on the ground. I seen a body on the ground. I seen a kid with blood all over him.
People running this way, people running that way.
Katz was an avid gamer, according to reports, who won the Madden 17 Buffalo Bills championship in 2017. Katz seen here during another gaming tournament.
David Katz keeps to himself. He's a man of business. He's not here to make friends.
Authorities searched Katz's home Sunday looking for clues.
We know that the suspect used at least one handgun to commit this act.
Republican Florida Governor Rick Scott visiting Memorial Hospital in Jacksonville late Sunday.
Something's got to change. What is causing these young men not to value life? Whether it's their own life or somebody else's life. There's something wrong.
Nick Withrow was there to support his friends in the gaming community, including one who was shot in Sunday's attack and survived.
Tell me how you feel.
I'm just hurt, man. I'm hurt, and I know they all are. I just want them to know they're all my brothers. And we all feel the same pain, and it's going to be all right.
Kerry, 3 dead, 11 hurt. It sounds like this is a situation that could have been even worse, though. Any stories of heroism emerging?
It's remarkable. The guys from Engine 1, Station 1, the firefighters, paramedics, happened to be a block away. They were doing some training. They didn't get a 911 call, no calls on the radio. They just heard the chaos. They ran over to where this was all unfolding, and then without bulletproof vests, without any protection, only their paramedics' bags and the gear that they had with them for the training, they went in as the people were running out. One of the witnesses told me that they are true heroes because they were working on people who were down bleeding with their backs to where the gunman was. Just remarkable. Wow. That there really are heroes in a horrible situation like this.
Brave. Kerry Sanders for us there in Jacksonville. Kerry, thank you.